Oh, yep. Reality Ray, the Lamb, aka Schizophis. So I'm up. I am up. I'm cold. I'm up and I'm cold. And this morning, once again, I don't know how I feel. I know I'm cold. I think I've been dreaming about me and county battling, me and caretakers battling all night. I just woke up. That's crazy. That's what my dream was. I don't even dream. But you know what I'm dreaming right now? It's about being attacked. There's all this mental games and not being able to win my life back from this DODD county situation. Not being able to, you know, protect myself and protect my mind from caretakers. Not being able to prove retaliation and prove that half the stuff that they do with my services to make it difficult is not an accident, it's on purpose. That's crazy because that's what I was dreaming about. So it's got to be real. I ain't lying. That's crazy. That's like a trauma or two. That's a deeper trauma to have dreams about it because they give me minimal care. They give me minimal care, everything right now to the point where I decided I just maybe I need to drop all my hours and all my services down, and maybe I need to drop waiver services, but I can't really get them. You know, I can get them in somewhere else, but there's a certain type of help that I need that they have to give, but they're choosing not to. But yeah, they have dropped down my whole life services. They don't do they are not they refusing to. They say that they can't provide staff and people pulling out and don't want to work. It don't make no sense. They are punishing me. Like I yelled at my caseworker at county the other day, and when I was on an appointment, and I told her the truth about how I felt. Like I feel like she keep taking up for these people who keep making excuses of why they can't care for me, and that's not normal. And I feel like she's making up excuses. She's taking up for them. She's covering them up, and she don't have my back. She's not working, and she's get paid to help me, but she helping them, and she's trying to help me along the way as long as I don't oppose to anything. So I told her I want another caseworker. And so she's so mad at me that she made sure I didn't have no care. I don't know what she talked to that other independent contractor about, but all of a sudden the next day she couldn't start, and she found another person to work with and all this other stuff. So I know that excuses. I know that I'm in the process to having to find another company, but I guess that if I find another caseworker, you know how that goes. Everything that she did for me, she might put a hold on as far as like my track, so I can get in and out the bed easier. They can get me in and out the bed. Like that's the one that goes in the bathroom, so I can get in and out the bathroom easier, opening the doors. All that stuff won't happen if I have an attitude. They don't care. They use these things as punishment to try to control your life. If you do something they don't like, it's like the retaliation actually and punishment in the county services has become a normal thing. There is no such thing as abuse, unless you just walk up and punch somebody. But they don't care, like, if you take something from somebody. They don't care about none of that stuff. I can say that. And if they do care, you guys, they do not care about what people do to Rachel. They don't care about what people do to Rachel. I reported it so much. They have never done anything, maybe once or twice, but they don't do anything. They don't do anything about anything. They don't care if I was in here rotten. And only reason I'm still getting up and still not all the way down because I'm fighting. Because I'm fighting. And they fighting against me. They don't want me to get up. That's a long time I said they not getting paid to come in here. These home health aides that I have, they're not getting paid to come in here and help me live. They getting paid to come in here and make me lay down and die. A part of the Agenda 21. Let me tell you, DODD is a very great big part of Agenda 21. They are the ones, these organizations have agreed, I guess I don't know if it's oaths of what they got, but they have agreed to help eliminate people for Agenda 21. So I don't know how many people, but I definitely know they get paid to eliminate me. Agenda 21 is the depopulation, Operation Population Depopulation, meaning eliminating a certain percentage of the population because we're overpopulated. We have to depopulate. Unfortunately, like I think I said this before, but I have muscular dystrophy. Some of the people, a majority of the people that they want to depopulate are people who have disabilities or diseases or ailments that are contagious or genetic and that you can't get rid of because, you know, they want this perfect world, right? But I thought nobody was perfect. So they want to get rid of people with that. And unfortunately, I am one of the people who carry a genetic disorder that could be transmitted through like my children. So that's why I'm worried about my children also with this Agenda 21, because even though they're not saying it, I'm kind of aware. And if they figure that my kids carry it, they might start doing that to them too, which they had already actually started. They already actually started attacking my children at a young age, and they've been doing it ever since. They've been attacking my children's minds, their lives, you know. And it's almost like the people around try to make life harder for us all. But anyways, that's the whole point, is to make you give up or to make you run out, with this Agenda 21, is they don't know what to do. So they're out here trying to make people, governments and everything. This is the government's control, part of their mind control program and gang stalking program. If you look up terror stalking, gang stalking, electronic harassment, stalking, yeah, like that. This is part of it because they don't want to be guilty by going out there just killing people, So they're killing people covertly behind the scenes without people seeing it. They doing it organized. One way is that to depopulate the earth, they're trying to get people to kill themselves. Like people who don't have a reason, that they feel don't have a reason to live. People who they feel like are not trying. People who they feel don't need to be here. They're getting them to kill themselves with covert harassment. It's called gang stalking. That's part of it. That is part of the Judgment Day, the Rapture, the Armageddon, the War. It's part of it. It's called gang stalking, terror stalking, electronic harassment. It comes with more names, but those are basically it. And it's basically a person focusing in on the personal things about you and trying to make you feel like crap, dropping your self-esteem down, making you feel sick. They chemically harass you, which means they give you different types of chemicals. It could be a medicine chemical, it could be a substance, things of that nature. They use electrical stuff to send, to attack you, like electronic harassment. They can harass you on the internet. They can harass you with devices that they've engineered to send signals to you. Like when people be hearing that high-pitched screaming, like pitch tweaking noise in our ears sometimes, and it sounds like our hearing go out. That's interference. from, they be really in people's heads and controlling people's minds sometimes. So that's part of the interference when that happens. And yeah, this is not a game. They're getting rid of people, and they're putting people in situations to get rid of themselves. They're putting people in predicaments to get got rid of by other people. They're probably having situations put together where altercations happen and things of that nature. They do put stuff in the food that we are eating. I am very sensitive to this stuff. So on the other hand, if I have to apologize if it isn't the county or these deliberate caretakers doing certain things sometimes, but I also know that I guess I gotta go for the government. Everybody don't like when I go to the government, because the government is behind my care all the way, and they can help me, they can hurt me. But seeing as how they're not fully helping me, and I understand what they're doing, and seeing as I see, because if I can make a change like this in the world, I guess I deserve to be here. If they find out, I am who I am, and who I might be, because I don't even know. Gotta reveal it. But anyways, maybe that'll give me a purpose to be here. But as of right now, to them in their eyes, see, that's why I'm still here, is because they're looking at me. I sound like one of them tinfoil cap wearing people again. But yeah, they looking. And they looking at a lot of people, everybody. But they just trying to see if it's worth it. Is it worth me to be able to stay? Could I make a change? Well, who knows? We'll see. But anyways, it's a lot of people this is getting done to. When you got to worry about sometimes going to the hospital because they'll make you sick, give you stuff. They're doing their best to eliminate, because it is made a rule. And I'm going to go over that with you later too. I hope I didn't forget anything for last night. We were supposed to go over, but I think I did. So we have to, I know some answers, but we have to come back to it. But, see, it just be jumping from my mind so fast. But, see how it just left my mind so fast? But they have to, I don't know if it's a rule, law, or whatever, but they have to get rid of 95%, I think they said, of the population. And what they said is they had to get rid of it by 2020. But we're about to be in 2020, so. So all I'm saying is that they be putting stuff in this food, though, that affects us, and some of us don't even know. I'm sensitive. I have an HSP, so I can pick up on it, and it bothers me. When I look around, that's why I said, let me stop eating for a second to see something. But no matter what food I eat, it seems almost that no matter what food I eat right now, I get weak. It's affected me. I get weak. So I'm going to say it this simple. Either they putting something in my food, or either it's something that they already got in the food when you buy it. All the food. So I do believe that they're attacking people with a certain substance. I do believe that they're attacking the children of God. Certain substances and chemicals, different ways. I think those are the first people they don't want to be here, the children of God. Yep. So that's how I feel about what I'm going through. Status gang stalking. I don't feel, I know. It's just like one of those things that you don't want to believe it, because this thing could only happen in the movies. Well, it's here. They're working on a new world order, and they think that they're doing the right thing, and part of them is doing the right thing, but the other part of them isn't. And the part that isn't is let go and let God. Somebody got to do it, honestly. Somebody got to do it in order for us to survive. But the sad part about it is those who survive may not want to be here when they do survive. But it really is our own faults. People who wouldn't stop having babies, people, even I'm one of them people who make the mistake, I love my kids. They not the mistake. The mistake was me just, putting another body on this planet. And then, like, I'll be telling people, like, me and my caretakers, we be having these conversations, and then they run from me like I beat them up with my words. But anyways, we be having these conversations, and it's like this. Why would you... See how I keep forgetting? Something's going on. Something's wrong. I just got totally lost. I don't know, but I'm gonna just go where Anyways, my whole thing about the population, why would you try to play God? No, like I said, it is the truth. It's our own fault because we out here still having babies, out here still doing a whole bunch of stuff. So if the 10 Commandments would have been followed from the beginning, we wouldn't be where we is today. But like I said, it's a new world order that they're supposed to be having going into effect. And there is reasoning for it because it's the New Testament. The New World Order is the New Testament. But that's the horrible thing. Because these times will pass too. But right now, it's the New World Order, which means that they have to give the world and the things that they have to give new order to the 10 Commandments. New order to the way things are done. New rules, the new order. It's not changing God's, it's actually God's command. That's another thing that people don't understand. It's not changing God, what God said. It's doing what God needs to be done in order to keep control. Now, there's a reasoning for this. Seeing is how people, and this is one thing people cannot do. You can't leave this planet. You cannot get up and just leave. You can't. So what people have to understand here is that we are letting another species also destroy our planet because we don't love God enough. That's why. And I'm definitely not going to say I don't love God enough because people don't love God enough. They don't praise him enough. They praise false idols instead and praise money, cars, jewelry, and the fame. It's cold. So, the order has been set. And one of the things that are predicted to happen is this process of time, which is Armageddon. And Armageddon takes a long time, right? So it's going to be a period of time that we have to go through the transition of the New World Order. I hope I'm saying this right. Because it is a punishment. And it is a period of time for punishment for those particulars. But it's sad to say that they said we would lose a lot of good ones along the way because no one can judge like God can judge. There's going to be a lot of wrong judgment. A lot of innocent people. But that being said, a majority of these not so good people will still be here. And they're going to keep having children. So you got to remember, guys, they're going to turn on you eventually too, because of the not following the rule part. It's just domino effect. They're eventually going to turn on you, because if you have kids and then you have another kid, or if you mess around and get sick, or if you don't get, it'll never stop. If you keep having children, then it's going to keep going. That's the whole point. Do you hear what they're doing? I don't even think that anybody understands. They are killing people to depopulate Earth, to drop the number of people on Earth, because we have too many people. We have a capacity on Earth, which means Earth can only hold but so many. It has a limit. We are past that limit with human beings. So if we're past that limit with human beings, human bodies, then what about all the stuff that fills the other spaces, like the houses and the buildings and the cars and the trees and the forests? Like, we need those though. But I'm just saying, what about all of that? What about all the animals and creatures? And what about all the stuff they create, and like the planes and the this? All of that helps with the capacity that Earth can hold. It's not just people. It is, like, see, they made that up, like the population that the world can hold, people. Because they think it's the people, but they're not. Even the scientists or whoever them people is ain't using their brain. Get rid of some of these houses. Like, that's another reason they could be tearing down some of these abandoned houses. Get rid of some of these big old buildings that we got 8 and 12 of. Like the transportation. Like, I mean, I do get it, but it's the way I do get that things are further away and you need more than one building. I understand that, but it's still a way to do it. So this is the reason that we gotta go. It's because they're trying to make a perfect world, but it's not like that. And see, this perfect world with people who felt like they was better and more perfect than the people who got eliminated, they got to stay here. They have to stay here. This is what they wanted so bad. This is what they was fighting for. They have to stay here. And this will also be their punishment, because they can't leave. Once again, like I said, they're shut down the space shuttle study program, or whatever you call it. I don't know what it is, NASA, where they take you in and out of space, in and out of space. Ain't no more trips out of space. Ain't no more trips into the universe, because they shut it down. Now, I think the only people who can go is the actual astronauts and, people who scientists and, do stuff like that. Astrologers. But ain't no more of that visit. They are not porting people off of this planet. And when Armageddon and the Rapture really hit, and they really go, because we ain't even deep in there yet. We in there, but we ain't deep. When it really hit, you're stuck. I don't mean that to say it in a bad way. I mean that to say that in a way that's supposed to make you want to change and find God, find the truth, find the light. He is the way, the truth, and the light. But it's not supposed to be negative. It's not supposed to be, but it's true. Who's going to help you? People don't like the fact that people pass away and they leave here. But there has got to be some way to get them off of here before what goes down goes down. And then they can come back or be somewhere else, wherever that is. But there's got to be some way to get them off of here. And one of the ways that he has found to get them off of there with the means that they have is through death. So people don't understand that some of these people get snatched away in death and they're going back before they can be tainted, or before they can be ruined, or before they can be, you know, because one thing that you see people do, you may see somebody do something wrong, but you don't know how their heart felt. And that's something that's between them and God. So, unfortunately, those people who are left down here are not going to want to be down here. But it's only one way out for us. I mean, we can't, right now, like, it's not the time. Maybe a little bit more in the future, we'll be able to fly away. Well, right now, we're not equipped to fly. There'll be some upgrades, but right now, we're not equipped to fly. And we're not getting in no ship. So, I think without fear, if everybody sat down and really realized it and discussed it, they'll realize there's only one way out. It's only one way out. So, yeah, that's part of that's what I do in the morning too. When I be talking to people, I get up and my mind start going. But that is part of what I be talking about, is the prophecies and the raptures, Armageddon, Judgment Day. It's all the same thing I say, but this period in time right now that we going through, it's a really deep situation. But I'm fighting, because either way, I ain't trying to go. And they would say, girl, something wrong with you, because I don't want to go this way and I don't want to go that way. I don't want to go. That's me. I don't want to go. I don't want to get on the boat. I don't want to get on the sand. I don't want to, I'm just so in between. Like, I don't want to. Like, I want to save the world. I want people to stay here. I want it to keep going. I just want people to fix it and eliminate all the problems, which I think is possible. Eliminate the unnecessary problems. There's such thing as problems. Problems are problems of any sort, but some are unnecessary. We're gonna have problems regardless the rest of our life, because it's just what life is. But some are unnecessary. You can have a problem. You can get up one day and sit up and you can put your feet down on the floor. Woo! As soon as you touch down, that's a problem. That's cold. Got to do something about that. You know. It's always gonna be a problem, but the idea is to fix some of these unnecessary problems. And then you could be here. Everybody could be here. Continue on. Might not be able to have kids as freely as they want. But this is just a part of setting up God's kingdom. Is we do really have to have some order in the way that people move around and do things, because they create problems for other people. So I love my children. They deserve to be here. But my people around me, I don't know what they got wing of when this was going on, but the people around me who was in my life in my 20s, they ruined my life to make sure that whatever. And I'm like, maybe they're a part of this depopulation thing program, because these people, It seemed like they recruiting people on the street. That's that gang stalking part. So my own people were recruited to gang stalk me so I could be eliminated from the population. They're eliminating me from the population, depopulation. This is why they're going in and doing on. This is why it's a majority of people who are not paying attention to the things that I say to them because I'm being eliminated. But this is what they be mad at me for because of what I'm about to say. Mark my words. God as my witness, that will not be the end of it. Because, see, the reason one day God was talking to me, right, and he had told me, he was like, in this sense, in this whole energy, and some of these words, he said it, well, actually, these words, he said it. Like, I might change the words a little bit in a while, but basically, it was the same thing, you know. So, what he had said was, I was in the kitchen, and he broke it out like this. And these words he did say right here. When I don't know what he said, I'll let you know. But he said, you know, if you don't know what I look like, then why would you kill anything? Why would you kill the animal? Why would you kill anything if you don't know what I look like? Thou shalt not kill. That's what them 10 Commandments said. So why would you kill anything if you don't know what I look like? So the worst part about it is that everything that mankind has been doing is about to reverse on them. They have indulged in killing and hurting people and stealing and violence and belligerentness, rudeness, this, that. So when it kicks in, the really unrighteous people who this life appealed to them so much, their punishment will be set in. And this is the type of treatment that they will get because this is the type of treatment that they like to see going on, that they promoted, that they gave life to, you know? So the same type of lifestyle that they give life to is the type of lifestyle that their life will be, you know, that will be in their life. So if you live your life running around terrorizing other people and doing bad things, this is what you're probably going to experience is bad things. That's not a wish. Like I said, you don't know. You don't know what God looked like. You don't know who he is. You don't know if he was a dog. You don't know if he was a chicken. You don't know if he was a butterfly. You don't know if he was a dragon. You don't know if he was a guinea pig. You don't know. You don't know if he was one of us. You don't know. You don't know if he was anything that we could ever see. You don't know. You don't know. And if he is something that's a different sight, you don't know where that came from. And you know, I'm just saying, you don't know. He was right. Why would you kill anything if you don't know who God is? And if you don't know what he looks like? Doesn't make sense. So that's karma, the karma. You know? And then the crazy part would have been like, okay, if you did know what God looked like and you stopped and you didn't want to kill him anymore, what makes you want to kill anything else? You want to kill God, you're supposed to love things with the love of God. Why would you want to kill anything else? See, we can be like God, but we're not God. So that means that us being made in the likes of him, we still have to draw the line somewhere because we're not him. You know? People always be like, oh, we do. It's because he did it. And some things are like that. Some characteristics we do have. But that did not mean, but he also laid rules for us so we could follow them. Duh. Like, for real, our parents could have had a hell of a life. They could have been bikers. They could have been running around acting a fool, killing, robbing, whatever they could have been doing. Because, you know, people got some secrets in their life before they had kids. Sometimes after. You know, we could have been doing all of that. I lost it again. See, I don't know why he took it from me right there. Right. But he made those 10 commandments as rules. He made them as rules. That's just, oh yeah, that's like our parents. They could have been doing anything, but when they had us, they knew what was right and wrong, but that was their chance, because see, God pay attention to that. If you know what's right and wrong before you have these children, when you had these children, then you knew what was right and wrong before you had these children when you was doing it. Because now you know difference enough that you don't want your child to do it because you don't want there's consequences. See, that's people who got brains, but they're not using them all the way, because if you want to prevent your child from going through some bull crap, so you tell them to do better, then you knew what you was taking the chance of going to do. You knew you was doing something wrong, and you knew there was a consequence that you might eventually have to face, and your plan was to fight the consequence, run from it and fight it for the rest of your life, huh? But some people know what the consequences is, and they is still running from it, so they know to warn their children, like, no, don't do this, don't go out there if you don't want to be like me, you don't want to live the life I live, you don't want to do this, because they knew what they were doing when they were doing it, or they learned from their mistakes after they had done it, but they couldn't take away the actions. They might have changed into whole new people and found God, and they could tell you, I don't want you to go do what I do. I don't want you to go do what I did. I don't want you to have to do that. I don't want you to be that type of person. Well, and remember, I said these are my opinions, because if I don't say it's my opinions, people are going to call me a false prophet or something. They're going to say I'm creating my own doctrines. They're going to say that I'm changing the words in the Bible and taking them out, which, I talk to God, not trying to be funny. So some things may not be written down, and that's the risk that I have to take, that people are going to look at me and call me a false prophet. But regardless of the fact, I'm a child of a God, I'm a messenger, and I was put here for a reason. If I didn't have any other reason in life, because I'm so weak, and I don't have nobody, and I'm unliked, you know what I'm saying? I am a loner. I am the black sheep of my family. I am a introvert, which means I don't really like to be in crowds of people. But the part of me that's an extrovert likes to be around energies of some people, because it gets lonely. So I'm both. But yeah, I went way off the side. But yeah. Is that what God does? Trying to leave me again. I'm sorry. You're taking it from me. It's the same thing that our parents would do. He knows what this world and what he's capable of. Simple. He knows what exists because he created it. He knows what he existed is capable of because he created it. He knows what's possible. He knows what's the wrong and right way to go. He knows already. And just because he does these things does not mean he's been there. He's done that. He's been there. He's done that. And he has chosen to do the right thing. Get it? He's to do the right thing. I know I got a good side and I got a bad side, but I choose to do the right thing. That's how that is. Like, people are not realistic. It's like the people who also kind of egg him, let me tell you. It's the people who don't act like he got no real emotions. People who sit there and put up this fairy tale and keep spreading these fairy tale rumors that he is only just nice. You kind of get what I'm saying? Which is good. He is good. And they tell you it's a sin in the Bible to change that, don't it? Yep. But it's the truth. He wants y'all to see through the truth. Don't be feared by somebody threatening you not to do something when you know what's right. Don't change. Study more. That's what it means. Don't change the Bible. There's a reason it's like that. Study more of everything else in the Bible and the Bible. And you will find the truth. Seek and you will find the truth. And I'm not changing anything. I'm not adding anything to it. I'm just studying some other stuff. And I'm telling you, you know, he got a bad side. And people got to think about it. If he didn't have a bad side, because everything he does is for good reasons. Even if he do something bad, it's for good reasons. You know, the whole reason, even the devil here, you know, the reason he was cast down and he was in this sin, it's for a reason. Because he's the punisher. He's the vessel that he created for himself to put his negative energy in and punish. So yes, the devil is a whole nother individual, but he still ran by the Spirit of God. Didn't nobody understand that? We don't move unless God's Spirit's in us. So whose spirit is in the devil's? Whose spirit is in the Satan's? Satans, what they be calling them. Whose spirit is in these? Whose spirit? So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Unless you're trying to agree that there's a whole nother force out there, there's not. There's not another force out there. There's a force that's beyond him that you'll never know. But there is not another force but his. And he is positive and negative energy, like two batteries. He is positive and negative energy, which makes everything go, turns everything on. He is the strength, the power behind it all. Now, you know, you need negative and positive to work. But you gotta balance it out with them battery thingies. Like how they make batteries sometimes be small, sometimes they be big, sometimes they be medium, you know, sometimes they be itsy bitsy. I had to balance it out. Because too much of one thing is a bad thing. So he made the rules. I know not what to do. And there's going to be a majority of them over here that do it, and there's going to be a percentage that don't. The commandments are rules. That's what people don't understand. They're rules. And some people understand it, but they just didn't catch it, you know. They can understand it, they just don't, never really thought about it. There are rules set up by God so to protect us from hurting ourselves. And guess what? We didn't love him enough and we rebelled against him and did just that. We hurt ourselves. Now the world is in danger. The population is overpopulated, global warming, all of that stuff. Oh, they go. So our caretaker here, she gonna give me an hour or two this morning, I guess, or maybe a couple minutes. So it's like I still don't have stable staffing. So she just pulled up, and I'm about to get up, do my thug dizzle. I'm gonna wait till she walk in and actually turn it off though, because my morning my morning routine is just me. I'm about to wash my face and stuff, but, you know. Gotta get up and do them little few personnels and stuff. Get it out the way so I can try to I be blanking out sometimes, I told y'all. But that's be surprised for a person who knew I had to catch myself. Who be hitting my foot though? I knew it was a baby next to me. Oh, it's 6:50. So it's 6:50. I'm trying to see if she gonna come in before 7 o'clock or if she gonna wait down to 7 o'clock. That's another thing they do. Well, I've seen people do that a while ago. Like they'll pull up in my driveway early for work.